All right. Well, it is another YouTube video, or I guess more of a reaction video. And this video is The Fall of 76 by the infamous internet historian. Even though it takes this man's a very long time to make a video, takes this man many months. But even though it takes him so long, they come out as masterpieces. As of this one, The Fall of 76 that came out years ago, to this day, it's still relevant with all the crazy stuff that still happens in games today. And I will show you why. All right, let's get on with it. Ah. God, it's a little loud.
If you found this tape, it means that everyone is dead.
Yeah.
All working at a different office. How did this happen? Well, I'll tell you. Buckle up, buckaroos. Today's lesson is the misfired launch of Fallout 76.
Jeez.
June 2018. It began with everyone getting just a little hyped up.
Have we waited long
A
enough,
little.
guys?
People are majorly hyped.
we have, Todd.
I think we have.
Fallout 76, Bethesda's biggest game yet. My God, it was exciting, and they promised we'd know more at E3.
It absolutely was their biggest, pretty much their biggest hype, because everything that happened with Fallout 4, even though people say that Fallout 4 was a not that great, which I understand why people say Fallout 4 wasn't a amazing game, but yeah, following Fallout 4 into 76, especially when they were talking about it as a MMO type of game, oh yeah, I can see why people are very excited for it.
E3 hype time. The press conference. 16 times the detail.
16 times
God,
the
that's
detail.
gonna haunt them for such a long time.
There's all new rendering, lighting, and landscape technology.
4 times the map
It is
size.
4 times the size of Fallout 4. And it's our biggest one yet.
And he wasn't lying. It really was a really big game. In terms of map size, it was really big. However, there's no point having a big map if it's empty.
My God, it was exciting.
God, look how hype he is.
November 14th, 2018.
Yeah.
The game goes live with a day one patch of 50 gigabytes.
For fuck's sake. I'll see you tomorrow.
I'll see you
But once
tomorrow.
that's downloaded, people start.
I wonder if for the people that are on PlayStation, do they actually have to wait on is their download like really slow, or is that something that they changed? Because I know they had it like that for the PS3, and I remember hearing that they were kind of doing that for the PS4, but the reason why they did it for the PS3 is because the subscription was free, and it's understandable why, but yeah. Hey, Lisa, what you doing?
Start logging into the hellscape that is Fallout 76. And oh dear lord, they never fix the bugs.
Oh,
And there are so many of them.
So many.
Goodbye world, goodbye necks, goodbye body, goodbye heads.
Yep.
Bugs everywhere.
So many.
Server crashes, game crashes, old bugs imported from Fallout 4. Use more than one nuke at a time.
Oh yes, the Wendigo bug. Yeah, you're able to glitch out the pyro armor. I don't know what you had to do it, but yeah, I believe it was dubbed as the Wendigo glitch, and yeah, your body would just stretch out, your fingers would stretch out, and all that. And yeah,
Servers dead.
never fixed.
Text is far too texturous and all-consuming void. Error log 307. Can't
Whatever
pick
that
up
means.
stuff, can't stop asserting dominance with a T-pose, frame
Oh my
rate problems, screen tear problems, getting too swole, getting underneath the map, getting attacked by invisible enemies, spawning too many enemies,
Oh my god.
spawning too many god
It
rays.
took at least like
Also,
25
your
of
camp
them.
resets after every session, and sometimes it goes underwater. Politics randomly play.
Okay, first of all, if it went underwater, that's pretty dope. But given that there isn't really a mechanic or anything like that to keep you underwater. That part's gonna suck. But God, there's so many fucking dude, like there's so many bugs in this game when it came out. And dude, I used to play this game a lot, by the way, when like the first year. I don't know what got me into playing 76 this early on, but man, oh man, oh man, there's God, it was so broken. I know I never played it at day one or like the very, very early, but it definitely was still year one, and there was a significant amount of issues. And yeah, when he mentions the server crashes, oh yeah, there was a lot of that.
Play static, but too many holotapes mean none of them will play.
Oh,
Enemy
yep.
AI is
Yep,
far more
that's true.
A than I. Animations are broken. Surprise. Floating objects and a traveling merchant. Just to name a few. Joseph Ant
Okay, let's just say that. Okay, let's be honest. If we saw a death claw as a traveling merchant, let's be honest, that's very cool.
has a great video that documents just the ones that he found personally. That video is 3 hours,
3 hours.
long.
Yep.
But it gets worse.
I think as of today, that video has like 6 billion views. I believe it's that much.
Error CE348780 can corrupt your data and force you to reinstall the game and console operating system. A few PC players had their computers brick entirely. Also, when the date rolled over to the 1st of January 2019, the nukes in the game stopped working altogether. No one thought it prudent to program in other years in an always online game. And a few players were,
I believe,
straight up logging into other...
Okay, yeah, I believe the reason why they disabled that is because people were posting the nuclear codes online, and I think Bethesda tried to stop that, but they really couldn't because the nuke codes are basically server wide. They're like server wide, so it doesn't really matter because and it's not even just one server, it's all servers. So it doesn't matter at all. If they want to had different codes for each server, sure, I guess. But they didn't do that, and they just kept it like that. I guess I'll be honest with you, it's like, dude, who cares? I don't know. To me, it doesn't really matter a whole lot.
people's accounts. This guy had a level 78
Oh, yeah.
character that was randomly replaced with a level 8 character. Bethesda said they couldn't do anything about it.
From what I remember, I forgot who talked about it. I think it was Pirate Software, I think. But there's a short that he mentioned that that there are certain tools that a game master can have, or yeah, it's that they can have, and so there are certain server type of things that they can input, or I don't know if I forgot what it was, but what would happen is that if something was more like client side instead of server side, I don't remember what it was. It was something really stupid. I can't remember what it was. But what happened was that there were certain tools that essentially became inaccessible. And one of the things was account rollbacks. So if anything happened to your account, like this case, what is it, a level 78 gets replaced by a level 6, there's nothing that Bethesda can do for a rollback. There is no account rollback. So you are absolutely screwed because they don't have the tools for it. And well, guess what? This is what happens when they go out of the way to make a game where it was solely designed for single player and a very outdated engine and make it online only. This is that recipe.
Many players are not thrilled with this game, and they want Bethesda to know that.
Yeah.
And they want everyone else to know that too. But Bethesda owns the platform.
Is Fallout 76 fun?
Yes, it
Yes.
is. Banned for racism. Thread locked.
They had no direct outlet for their rage.
Yeah, that happened.
The only solution was
Jesus
to put a torch
Christ.
to everything else.
The crazy thing is that everything he's showing here all happens. It all happens. Jesus Christ.
Reddit, Twitter, Bethesda's other games on Steam. The backlash was immense. But surely level heads would prevail. The reviewers would come out and say that the game isn't so bad.
Yeah. They hated it
Oh
themselves.
dear lord, they hated it.
Yeah.
This is so sad. Despacito.
This is one of the moments. This is one of the few moments in gaming history where usually a lot of these companies like Metacritic or PC Gamer or some of the other ones, they will all unify with their scores and things like that, or give it like a positive review and such. But for them, for some reason, no, for this in particular, all hated it and just agreed to just gave it a low, like a low, what is it, low recording? I mean, low review. Understandable. Hey there. All right, I'll get it in a bit.
Play Country Roads.
Oh my lord, look at that. The 2, a 5? Bro, that's being too gracious. 2.5, that's basically a 5.
And the YouTube community had this to say.
It's really fucking boring.
Yep.
Could barely bring myself to play
Angry
it
Joe.
in order to finish this review.
No one on staff wants to play any more of this video game.
Forgot who-
I'm not going to
I don't know
subject
who these
myself
guys are.
to another 20, 30 hours of this fucking mess.
In short,
Yeah.
Fallout 76 is morally, technically, and
Oh,
creatively
I think
bankrupt.
this
The
is
mods on
I
Bethesda
forgot who
forums
that
were
was.
working overtime. The mods on Reddit
can't remember
almost
the
gave
name.
up. Look,
The
I'm not
fuck
saying
is
that
that
some
hat?
people didn't enjoy and have fun with this game. But what I am saying is that the Metacritic was really funny to read. So what
Sheesh,
happened?
Zeros.
Well, it came out that development was hugely rushed. The deadlines were
all the
tight.
zeros.
Too
Oh.
tight.
Oh, okay.
Plus, this wasn't Bethesda's A-team. It's
The
actually a
Dallas team.
relatively
Yep.
inexperienced division based in Austin, and the scope of the game kept getting bigger.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I heard that too. Yeah. It was pretty much the B team. It wasn't like the actual people that made Fallout 4 or Fallout 3 or actually I'm not. Did was that the same team that did Fallout 3? Maybe, but yeah, it wasn't like their actual A team. You know, the actual people who make the main I guess you could say the actual big games.
We're gonna need distant weather systems.
Hey Todd, I stayed up all night and I just
We're
finished.
gonna need 16 times the detail.
Please, Todd, no more.
We're gonna need 4 times the size of Fallout 4.
That, and they were trying to patchwork the old Bethesda
Yeah, the
creation
16 times the
engine into a
details gonna haunt
multiplayer
him
framework.
forever.
What else could you expect?
Tape on an engine
That's
block.
why
Yeah,
I
good
give
luck.
my kids
Fallout 76.
a fool.
Oh,
Now, Bethesda
Okay.
could tolerate the bugs and the bad reviews and the irate players, but what they couldn't tolerate were the exploits.
yeah, the exploits.
Infinite
Yeah.
inventory, infinite invisibility. The frame rate was tied to the game speed, so people were going a lot faster than they should. Server hopping for more items, infinite
Yeah.
cache and infinite duplication, unlimited XP, unlimited nuking. The nuclear codes were unencrypted and you could wall clip into the
Okay, a lot of the other stuff is pretty bad, but unlimited nuking, bro, that was a big. Actually, was I even there when that happened? I don't think so. I think by the time when I got there, they already what is it? They already fixed all that. But yeah, look at the top right. It says this is the nuke launching room. Yep. Yeah, back then you used to be able to phase through things. I remember used to doing this before to get like certain things, or even to put like objects in certain locations where they're not supposed to be. What is on my console version of 76, I was able to put essentially my what's that thing, my camp underground, and it's still there to this day.
quest room. And someone was given the curse of infinite invincibility.
Yeah.
Naturally, this can really mess with
Okay,
other
first of
players'
all,
online experience.
those weren't granted. Those
So
were
Bethesda
purposely.
was ready
Those were
with the
purposely
bam
done.
hammer
This just
and a
works.
blindfold to wildly flail around and take down anyone
Oh
who
my
happened
god.
by.
Yeah.
But Bethesda
Morons.
wasn't satisfied with just banning people. No, they're a progressive company with big ideas. They wanted to give a
Big
road
brain.
to redemption. So support sent out this email to players caught cheating. we would be willing to accept an essay on why the use of third-party cheat software is detrimental to an online game community. That's right, 500 words on why you're a very naughty boy.
500 words on why you're a very naughty boy. Yes, this actually did happen, by the way. They would send this out to other people who got their accounts banned, who exploited, and will literally just be like, would you kindly tell us how you did these glitches? And people were like, yeah, no thanks. Click.
And they may just give you your account back. But a couple of days later, the mocking from news outlets caused them to reconsider this approach.
Jesus.
One more
So
exploit.
bad.
In all the Bethesda games, there's a dev room. Every item in the game is kept here. Security has to be top-notch because otherwise, someone could just waltz in and take all of the best items in the game and it would be an absolute disaster. Well, shit. Of course, Bethesda wasn't equipped to deal with the issue. People started flooding in, taking the best items in the game, then selling those items on a black market of sorts. At first, they tried the usual approach, banning people who had some of the best items in the game. You spent 700 hours just to get the best gun? Die, cheater.
Yep, that actually happened. There was someone who had like really good weapons, and because they farmed them, and they got banned for it. Yeah, that did happen to a couple people. But honestly, there were others that did get banned for essentially buying some of the things off the market. But honestly, some of those ones where I'm just like, you can't even, like, you aren't even supposed to do that to begin with. You're not supposed to do like a pretty much like black market trading and things like that in the game. It's against TOS.
Next, they put in a system where players would get tagged if they ever entered the room, and they banned those players. That wasn't much better because people would just start using Smurf accounts.
Yep.
Get in quick with a level 1 account. Get all that good shit.
Oh my god, that
Then
mobile game type of ads.
Then use a duplication glitch to get a ton more of those items. Then transfer that stuff to your main account, and you're good to go. Bethesda then takes out this level 1 and calls it mission accomplished. And you've just beaten the game.
Dude, the way how they were doing all that was so like, it was all done in such quick haste that it wouldn't even matter. It didn't even matter anything that they were doing, because by the time when they found out anything, everyone who was doing this was long gone and has found, and at least found 3 more solutions how to get away at what they were doing with their main solution. It's what they did. Yeah, everything they were trying to do with the dev room of how to block it and everything.
So the problem continued. Bethesda is running out of ideas to solve it. There's a lot of speculation in the media and among players about how exactly people are getting in, but no one except for the exploiters knows for sure.
Yep, they kept it to
Bethesda
themselves.
Needs to act fast before it ruins.
Wow, $100 trillion.
So they wrote another email and sent it out to the Smurfs. Hello, cheater. Do you want to tell us how you did it, and we might unban you, please? Should we not hear back from you, the account will simply remain suspended. It's not known whether this approach worked, but from what I've seen...
Nice try, Todd. Yeah, they did that. Yeah, they did that.
It's still possible to get into the dev room.
Oh my god, such morons.
November 22nd, 2018. Just a week after the release, the game goes on discount.
Yep.
From $60 to $40.
Yep.
To $35.
To 30.
To $30. You can find it for $15 on eBay, and in Germany, they're straight up giving it for free when you buy a PlayStation controller. Also, some stores are just zip tying it to other...
I heard that when like you could do buybacks and things like that. But I think there might be some, I think for some of them, like they couldn't really do that. So yeah, they're just putting on stuff like, if you bought a new controller, you got Fallout 76. If you bought, if you bought this mustard, guess what? 76. Hey, you just entered, hey man, you just entered Walmart. Guess what? You just won Fallout 76. That's how desperate some of these places were really trying to get rid of this. Here's the thing. I'm pretty sure some stores bought out a whole inventory. Like, here's the thing. When these games are this massive, and when their next titles are this highly anticipated, it's not shocking that they'll have like a whole shelf. I've seen some where they have like a whole wall full of just what is it, full of the of said game, and when it's that drastic of a failure, oh yeah, they'll try to do a buyback, trying to try to sell it back into the to the manufacturer, or they'll just straight up just give it away and put it with anything and try to make it to a good deal. The desperation at its finest. Oh my god.
Products. But to Bethesda, it's worth selling the thing at a price close to zero.
Yeah.
Because it brings people into the atomic shop.
It might as well be free to play at this point, but
and it inflates the poor sales figures. Let's have a look at those. The latest figures show 76 sold less than a sixth of what Fallout 4 did. Not good. There's also been a massive oversupply of hard copies.
Look at that. Look how
of a hard copy.
Look how much those shells are
just
filled.
A cardboard disc telling you to redeem an online code.
Yep.
And while sales are low, returns.
I 100% agree. There's no point of a game having There's no point of a game having a disc if it's all just an online code. I'm behind that 100%. There's 0 point of that. 0. It's just it's the disc. It's a cardboard disc. Modern gaming.
Are high. Immediately upon release, people began asking Bethesda for a refund. 76 is not on Steam. It's on Bethesda's own platform.
Yep.
So they have all the control.
Mm-hmm.
If players only played the game for a few hours, then generally they'd get their money back. However,
is it on
came out
Steam?
that
I think
people
it
were sometimes
is,
getting refunds after a full 24 hours of play.
Very generous.
Quite generous. But then word about this spread to forums. Then to Reddit, and a post got 12,500 upvotes informing people that this made pretty much everyone eligible for a refund, and the comments told them exactly how to do it. Bethesda was flooded with requests for refunds. And their response?
The fuck
Shut it down, lads. No one gets a refund now. Everyone go home. Show's over. Robot customer service man engage.
Customers who have downloaded the game are not eligible for a refund. We apologize for the inconvenience.
Oh my god. Yeah. I've seen some places that have that sort of thing where simply downloading the game will make you eligible for a refund. I think that is so ridiculous how... I don't know. I think there was another one who had that. I don't know if it was like Nintendo or if it was PlayStation. I know Microsoft doesn't have that because maybe they did before. I don't think they ever had that. But yeah, I think that right there was probably the most egregious type of refunding policy, because how is it that you, the person, is gonna know if the game is good or not? Especially, and I get that we do live in an age where you could just look up the game review, but some people don't want to see what the game really is, and they just want to find out, be surprised, but I think they actually did kind of get in trouble for some in some countries, like in Europe and stuff and such, because yeah, that type of policy is absolutely egregious.
A few things followed. First, people got mad. One hardcore gamer even trashed a GameStop for refusing his refund.
Oh yeah, this one, dude. Oh my god, bro, that was the fucking discount bin, dude. I think.
A bit of an overreact.
Oh my god. Hello, this is Brian. How can I help you? Oh my god. Yeah, I think that's baloney. I think, yeah, I think so too. I think that was not, I don't think it was real. But man, just it's just how crazy that'll be, man. Just seeing someone react that badly to that. I get it. Really? Destroy GameStop?
But probably also fake.
Yeah.
Second, the media. And third, a class action lawsuit. Their inconsistent refund policy and terms of service may not be strictly legal.
What the fuck is that? What is that?
November
What is that clip? What's that even from? What?
27th, 2018. Miglaccio and Rathod LLP filed a class action suit on behalf of customers. Media quickly picked up on that.
I don't
Their
think
main
that went
argument
anywhere.
is that it's a sometimes unplayable game
Oh
owing to
my
its
God.
technical problems. Then they're refusing refunds, and that Bethesda is engaged in a strategy to release it
wow.
anyway, and then slowly patch their way into a more playable state.
I'll be honest with you, this right here is 100% accurate. It's that absolutely hit the nail on the head so much. That absolutely happened. Yes.
Updates on this lawsuit are slow, so I'll keep you informed on the second channel.
As I said, I don't think that went anywhere. I think that was ultimately dropped.
Ad time.
I believe.
Look, there's a meteor headed straight to Earth. Oh my God. We must do something. Was anyone curious enough to read about it online? Not me. Not me either. Nope. Oh no. Now people think I'm dumb and I have died of...
Wasn't that Rewind like the most hated one? I think it was. I think that was like the most hated. I think so. I think that was like the highest disliked video on YouTube, I think.
Virgin.
Don't let this happen to you.
Oh my
Get
God.
Curiosity Street.
I mean, I don't think
some of the best documentaries
I don't think he's still getting paid by Curiosity Stream anymore, so I think I'm just gonna
and non-fiction.
yeah,
from
I
around the
don't think
world.
he gets paid by them anymore.
Maybe if you look hard enough. But more importantly,
Shut up,
the
Mouse.
most arousing thing of all, knowledge.
Knowledge.
Works for your
No
Roku,
titties.
Android, etc., etc. It works on everything. Okay? Science, nature, history, tech,
Xbox One.
society.
CuriosityStream.com/internet historian for unlimited access to the world's free top documentaries and non-fiction series.
Why
Use the
specific?
promo
Oh,
code
wait,
Internet
never mind.
Historian during the sign-up process to get the first.
I was gonna
30
say, why do
days
you use
free.
an image
Then
of a
cancel
rectal,
any
but
time.
I
Wink.
don't know.
Please, look, I need sponsors.
I need money.
I bought a lifetime supply of toilet paper thinking I was saving money, but then I left it out in the rain and the crows got it. And
I'll be honest with you, man. This was what? This was technically this was pre-outbreak, so yeah, I mean, here's the thing, man. He was like, I bought a lifetime supply of toilet paper. Well, guess what, brother? In about a year or so, I think this was done in 2018 or something like that. And I think so. Yeah. In about a year or so, hey man. And especially how long it took him to make this video. Here's the thing, that lifetime of toilet paper, it really helped out, didn't it? I bet it did. Because I'll tell you this much. A little bit later, and I mean a little bit late, what is it? A little bit later of the time, people were literally fighting each other for toilet paper. Even though, you know.
now I'm back to square one. Please. CuriosityStream.com/internet historian. Ads over. Let's rewind a little
Ads
bit.
over.
Fallout fans made their
duffel
pre-orders,
bag.
and the most dedicated pre-ordered the Power Armor Edition. Wow. It came with a helmet, box, map, army toys, and a genuine West Tech canvas bag.
Ooh, a canvas bag.
Fast
I remember
forward to
this.
the release. And customers noticed that their precious bags, which are supposed to be made of the
I'll be honest with you, I don't even think a canvas, the material of the canvas would not have been able to fold it like that in that little thing. It would have been like a little bit, I think it would have been a little bit bigger, but yeah, it wouldn't have folded like that.
finest canvas in the land.
And that what is it? And that little
Look a bit different.
Bruh.
In fact, it looks like a carry bag the real bag should come in.
Bruh.
Did they really just advertise one thing and deliver another? You can't do that.
Even, you know what's crazy is that it's not just the bag, but it's also the label is different. Both of those are different. The label on the West Tech is different, and of course, that's not the main part that people. I mean, okay, I think that's something that people are gonna disregard. But the bag itself is what people are going to be really, really upset about. Understandably so.
So there was a surge of backlash, and people began emailing Bethesda, asking for refunds, asking for answers. By this point, Customer service is absolutely over it. They are done with the facade, and they send this email in response.
Hello. We are sorry that you aren't happy with the bag.
Oh my god.
The bag shown in the media was a prototype and was too expensive to make. We aren't planning on doing anything about it.
That's the...
That, you know what's crazy? That's an actual, that's an actual, what is it? That's real. That's 100% real. And some people are like, no way. There's no way that's true. That's absolutely true. That's what they posted onto their forums and their own website. That's what they put up. I have no idea how they didn't think that this was an incredibly bad idea, and also how very illegal that is. That right there is illegal because it's false advertising.
Whole email. Staff at Bethesda aren't even hiding their contempt anymore. Naturally, the internet goes wild.
Pizza? Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. Wow. Well, I got so mad, I shaved everything off my face.
Babyface. Is his name like Heel Babyface or something like that? Yeah. Yeah, understandably so. I mean, I wouldn't shave everything on my face, but yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Okay, guys, this is a bit of a PR nightmare. We have to quell the outrage. What do? Well, we've got this in-game currency. Let's just give them the minimum amount of that. Fantastic idea. Here you...
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, that happened too. Man, you spend $100 so dollars. I think it was more than that. It was like 150 or so. Imagine spending that much, and they're like, "Oh, here's $5 for compensation." It's like, dude, you know what that reminds me of? Dude, that reminds me of, like, who was it? The Costco employee? That Costco employee that was working there for like over 25 years, and this man only got, I think it was over 25 or 30 years or some shit. He's like an old man now. And all he got was just an email saying, "Thanks for working with us for over 30 years. Please do not message this email. This email is automated. Goodbye." That's what that shit reminds me of. It's just like, "Oh, thanks. Here's a dick slap to the face. Now go away." Oh my god, dude. What a fucking... Jesus Christ.
Anyone who paid $200 to $300 for the Power Armor Edition is hereby entitled to $5 worth of in-game currency.
Yay!
That you'll be able to spend with us. 500 atoms? Fuck yeah!
Hell
what
yeah!
What are you going to do with your atoms? I'm going to buy 5/18 of the white paint version of the Power Armor.
$18, by the way.
What about you? Lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate, lightwood...
I don't understand why so many games have such just wanting to make all of their in-game currency, basically the US currency, and that's it. I'm like, bro, it's all digital shit. I just don't understand why so many do this shit. I hate it. I absolutely hate it.
Laminate.
Jesus
Fuck
Christ.
the bag. He's right. Fuck the bag. Lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate, lightwood laminate, lightwood... Of course, this was Bethesda's fantasy of what would happen. What really happened is further outrage, and even the media started piling on.
Almost heaven.
Where does that even from?
It even became part of that class action lawsuit from earlier. Bethesda put out a tweet apologizing for their curt customer service and gave a different excuse for why they didn't make the...
Thank you for contacting, my name is Nicholas. I'll be happy to help you today due to unavailability of material to switch to nylon, carrying out the case. Power Armor, we hope this doesn't prevent anyone enjoying what feels one of the best collector's edition. Yeah, but at no point, of any of this, you're saying, we'll fully refund you or whatever. Like, at no point, none of this ever says that they'll refund them at these moments. Yes. They never mention anything about refunding people their money or anything like that. It wasn't until like a little bit later, till I think like lawsuits started happening or something like that.
A shortage of material, apparently.
I don't remember.
That was quickly debunked. Because it turns out they did make the canvas bag. Except they gave them all out to influencers.
100%, yep.
It's not the same one, of course, but it's sourced from that ever-scarce material.
No, it's like that. The other one's more the Power Armor Edition is more of a. It's more of a carry bag. It's more it's more like a carry-on bag sort of thing. But that's more like that's a backpack. That's what that is. That's a backpack. Even though yes, bag, but still that's more of a backpack for what the influencers got. But the Power Armor Edition is more of a like a carry bag, but was it like a like a carry-on bag or whatever.
Material. Canvas.
But yeah.
But what's more amusing is that it turns out there is a canvas bag in the game. If you don the postman's outfit, which of course can be found at the Atom Shop, for 700.
What is it? Why is that? Why is it that like it's preferred canvas? You know, for that bag. Isn't canvas like waterproof or something? I don't know.
Atoms.
Probably not.
Ooh, just short.
Yep, just short.
The bleating from the online community continued, and Bethesda's lawyers realized there would be trouble, so they decided to capitulate. Alright, fine. Canvas. We'll make you a precious fucking bag. If you want to claim it, you'll have to fill out this form with your name,
Bro, it absolutely that energy is absolutely what I believe like Todd, maybe not Todd, but others felt in Bethesda. They're like, all right, we'll make a fucking bag. It's specifically like emphasizing, like just highlighting, capitalizing. What is it? The F word, you know? Can't cuss so much on YouTube, sadly. But yeah, I feel like it's just emphasizing that, you know, it's just different.
Personal details,
that's what I think.
Etc. And we'll ship out the bag to you in 4 to 6 months. But it doesn't quite end there.
Whenever, you know what? I'm sorry if I paused it too much. When I read that too, 4 to 6 months, I already knew that it's gonna be the 6th month at like the 30th day. I knew 100% that when they announced in the forums that they were gonna put out that they're gonna bring out that canvas bag to 4 to 6 months, I knew they were gonna do it at 6-month mark, at basically the very last day, like at the 30th day. It's exactly what happened.
Because Bethesda is known for bugs, and of course their website is a buggy mess too. Turns out all of the customer support inquiries are unsecure and open to the public.
Yeah.
In fact, people can open and close and change them at will. Listed are details of full legal names, phone numbers, home addresses, and more. If you've requested...
You know what's interesting is that it even says right there that their credit cards were displayed. That's what it says. I wonder if they're able to see the CVs. But I don't think so. I don't think they're able to see the security code. Is it called CVs or SVs or whatever it is? But yeah, I don't know if people in the forums were able to see that. They probably were, but I'm pretty sure a lot of those people had to get brand new credit cards. No doubt. No freaking doubt.
Your canvas bag, you've just been doxxed. Not knowing how to immediately fix the problem, Bethesda panics and temporarily shuts down the whole website. And that is the tale of the duffel kerfuffle. How could this have been so difficult? They made one for New Vegas. One last piece of news.
Yeah.
A rum drink. Nuka-Cola Dark. Pre-orders available in September.
It just keeps going
Shipped
and
out
going.
on November 14th. $80 plus postage and handling. Not cheap. But in return, you got a very cool bootle. Looks good on the shelf.
A what? A bootle? Is this guy Canadian? Did you hear the way how he said bottle? He said bootle.
Great conversation piece with the family over Thanksgiving. Or at least it would have been. November 14th came and went, and there was no rum.
Mm-hmm. No rum. Nowhere to be seen.
A week later, on November 21st, an email comes through. There's a delay. Things aren't up to the usual Fallout standard, they say.
Yeah. Fallout standard.
Fallout standard.
Yeah. It's not up to the Fallout standard. Oh, really? Really? It's not up to the Fallout standard? I wonder what that could be, huh? Jesus Christ.
Just works.
Yeah, it all just works.
The usual Fallout outstanding. So we'll have it for you soon. No specific date given.
1 week later.
Nothing. Then on December 5th, another email. Good news. We start shipping on December 12th. It's been nearly 3 months since you pre-ordered, but as a show of good faith, we made this promotional video for you. And this is where things went from tardy to retardy. Right there. Did you catch that?
Oh,
That's just a regular industry bottle and a plastic shell.
Yep, plastic shell.
We paid $80 and waited a quarter of a year for a plastic...
I'll be honest with you, man. There are other places that some of the fans could have went to and go from actual reputable sellers who make these things for a living. My friend literally bought he bought what's that thing called? Perk bottles. Call of Duty perk bottles. He actually bought some of them from from a dude. I don't know where he got them from. I don't know if it was a Etsy or some other one. And yeah, like he was able to get some of those, and he got them actually pretty quick. But yeah, but for this right here, for how long people waited for it, no, they could have actually gone online, found a reputable seller from whatever site that people use, and gotten the actual Nuka Dark bottle, and not this. Maybe some of them would have been actual glass, by the way. This isn't glass. This is a plastic shell that is covering a glass bottle, which I'm pretty sure the resellers, or what is it, the sellers, a third-party seller would have probably sold them as actual glass.
Plastic shell? People were not happy.
Or at least in the...
Look at that ratio.
I don't know.
Nothing in the marketing said that it was a plastic shell. Super premium, we were promised. And the media agreed.
Eggshells.
People began cancelling their orders.
Canceled that
Silver Screen tries to convince people that it's not cheap and shitty. It actually costs us twice as much to make the plastic one than the glass one. Then
oh my god. You have no idea how dumb that sounds. It costs us twice the amount to make the plastic than the glass one. Then why did you go with the plastic one then?
What the fuck? We spent 100 hours coding the design. Convincing stuff. So it arrived.
You know what's funny is that someone actually did a speed run of how long it would actually make a glass to make a 3D render of like the glass bottle, and I think it took this person like 2 hours. 2 and something hours or something like that by themselves. What the fuck were these guys doing? I'll be honest with you. I feel like this company just got the money and just tried to do it as cheap as possible and lazily do it.
Arrives just a few days before Christmas. The rum is about the quality you'd expect.
Can I swear on this? It's my own show.
Worse is the design. The oversized lip means liquid can pour inside the shell.
Hard to pour because how they made this damn thing. Spilled like half the shot.
Very dribbly.
So you're best off opening the whole thing up to prevent
10 minutes.
spilling. If you do that, there's a good chance that you'll snap the flimsy plastic. Any liquid will immediately ruin this cheap paper sticker.
Yep.
Some made their own at home, and the quality was about on par.
Oh my lord.
But look, if you do want a
that one
decent
doesn't even
version of
look
this
that
product,
bad.
there are reputable sellers of them. They're on Etsy. They're far cheaper, and they actually give a shit. Not gonna lie though, some of the memes that came out of this were pretty good. Now, many claim that this was an honest mistake.
Sorry.
Or that customers were
I like that clip. What is of that, because that's literally it's supposed to be a parody of, like, I think it was like the one company that did a massive oil spill in the ocean, and I believe they're still recovering it to this day, and that happened like in the early 2000s or something like that, I think. It's wild.
Fault for misinterpreting ambiguous marketing. I disagree. All of the marketing shows other glass items. All of the mock-ups show something more akin to frosted glass than plastic. They give plenty of descriptions of the product too, and not once do they mention plastic. And they were engaged in a bunch of other tomfuckery as well. Before the product was even available, they flooded their own product reviews with a bunch of 5 stars. This raised some eyebrows, and people on Reddit even called them out for it, so they deleted them. You can see all this activity on the Wayback Machine.
Yep, that happened.
Now, if they're happy to deceive people in this way, it seems silly to give them the benefit of the doubt about the glass. It's also worth quickly talking about the Bethesda merch store. Some of these items...
Wait, excuse me? Wait. There is a figure for how much money? Wait, hold on. I gotta click the screen.
Pretty neat.
Wait, hold on.
It's also worth quickly talking about the Bethesda...
Wait, what? Is a Exo 1 Power Armor Bethesda store exclusive $400? Excuse me? What's the size of this? Man, that thing better be pretty tall, man, because I've seen some anime figures that go for a similar amount or maybe like a little bit less, and they're incredibly high detail and fairly tall. I think they're like 1/8. No, I don't think 1/8 is that, like 1/12 or something like that, like life size or something like that.
Bethesda merch store. Some of these items are pretty neat.
Coaster set, $10.
Cool. Good idea. I'd have that. Fallout 76 pant, singular. But why is he so mad? The photography is all just slightly...
He looks so pissed, bro. He looks so pissed. Like, he looks like he don't even want to be there.
Off. This gaudy jacket was mocked relentlessly on...
Yeah, why does it look like that?
Social media.
$276? Bro, you might as well buy yourself an actual jacket that costs that much. Dude, just spend an extra like $24 and get yourself a nice maybe like a nice leather jacket for like $300.
But does the $76 and $276 really make it more immersive? And why did they just toss it on the ground? And it comes in this crumpled up toddler body bag. You're talking about hundreds of thousands of dollars in merch and you don't have an eye on? Why is she wearing the size XXL? She's clearly not happy about it. But who looked at this and said, good...
Wait, XXL? Wait, it's a two extra large? Wouldn't you want someone that's, what is it? Wouldn't you want someone that's overweight? Well, I think at this point, like 2X, I think technically that person would be I think that person would be overweight. Yeah. No. I think they'd be like, I think they'd be like obese at that point. Like, why don't they get someone who, who's obese or just big and just, take a picture with them and be like, hey man, this is what it'll look like on you instead of just on that slim woman.
Job. Print.
Whatever.
Now that's surprising.
Oh my god.
And what the fuck? They made the bottle properly. Yeah, one of those, please. But bigger and brown. Is that so hard? Let's get back to the game. December 2018. Yeah, there are two new patches released that caused quite a stir.
Dude, you know what's crazy is that all happened in the span of a month. Did you see how he said December? When did the game come out? Like October, November? This is in a span. This was literally in a span of like less than 2 months. Everything that happened was in less than 2 months. All of this, the game, the duffel bag, the beer, the Nuka Dark. Oh my god! And yet, this is the very thing that damaged Bethesda's reputation.
The good. For PC, they included a number of quality of life improvements, including push to talk. But it also...
Oh yes. I remember seeing a clip, I think it's from Angry Joe, where he's starting the game and all he hears is just all this weird ass noise in the background. And yeah, this game absolutely needed push to talk. Why wasn't that implemented from the beginning? I have no idea. I don't know.
Also brought in field of view sliders. Hooray! Increased stash capacity
you
from
put the things that were
£400 to
necessary.
£600. and a small buff to automatic weapons. Hooray! They decreased the
You know what's interesting is that they went out of the, and I understand why they did it, but they went out of the way to have weight limits on your actual stashes, but on your premium stash, which is part of the subscription, if you use that, then the stash is unlimited. You could literally put thousands and thousands of I think it's specifically raw materials. I think it's only those. If you put thousands of raw materials, then there's literally no weight limit. There's zero weight limit.
Carry weight of bobby pins, so it no longer took up 10 to 20% of people's inventory.
I got a box of bobby pins the other week that said weigh these.
There were also upgrades to the camp that allowed for easier construction and a bunch of bug fixes. Hooray! The bad.
My God.
A whole bunch of unannounced stealth nerfs.
Never mind.
They generally made the game grindier. Ammo production was decreased. Fusion cores burnt out faster. Legendary enemies spawned less frequently.
On guard. I'll fuck you up.
I'll be honest with you. If there's a time where I actually play what is a modded Skyrim, I absolutely want a modded a battle chicken.
And the backlash was significant because everybody knew why Bethesda was doing it.
Yeah.
To encourage people to use the Atomic Shop.
I won't lie to you. I think it's even to this day, I believe, but I'm glad that it hasn't gone so bad for the item shop where they'll just put like ammo production and all that stuff into the item shop. I'm really glad. They do have other things that are in the item shop, like junk materials and things like that. But I'll be honest with you, the junk material, okay, fine, whatever. But I'll be honest with you, I would rather just have random, well, none of it. But if I had to pick one, I just rather have I would rather have it be just random junk than actual ammo productions and such. Just no.
And let's talk briefly about that store. Some of the prices are outrageous.
Yeah.
A Christmas tree for $12.
Yeah.
A Santa outfit for $20. Blue and yellow paint for $18. Oh look, $3 for the...
This is what I mean is like, it's such simple things just in color schemes, and yet they're like, give us $15 to $20. I'm like, dude, why even have your game have what is it? Why have like your in-game value in like in US, an exact match of US dollars? It makes 0 sense. Just completely change it. Make it just much more cheaper. But no, they didn't want to do that at all.
The same sweater vest and slacks item imported from Fallout 4.
Yeah.
But the biggest offense of all was...
And here's the thing. I'm gonna add more insult to injury. Okay, I'm gonna add more salt to that wound. No. I'm gonna add salt, lemon, and chile. What is on that wound? All right. I'm gonna add that the chile. Later on, about maybe like a couple months later, or maybe like almost a year later, hacking was crazy and 76. It was absolutely crazy. Hacking and modding. Mainly just hacking, but modding. Well, I'm not modding. I think was a problem too. There were people that were able to spawn the Pridwin from Fallout 4 into 76. When people say that 76 is literally an asset flip, that for some reason that a sweater vest like that was in Fallout 4 being sold into 76, people were right. This game was absolutely an asset flip. If you don't believe me, you can look it up. If you don't believe me, there are YouTube videos about it. Put Fallout, Fallout 76 hacker spawns Pridwin. It wasn't functional or anything like that, but it had the model and everything. What? Oh my God.
It's the holiday emote bundle. $24 for some Christmas-themed emotes. Twice the price of these games. The media agreed that these were egregious prices. But worse, they're engaged in some deceiving marketing practices too.
5% to 99. Wow. How gracious.
Oh look, it's marked down half price. But it's not. It was released half price. They're artificially jacking up the price, only to then give it a fake limited time discount in order to create a sense of urgency. That's illegal, here in Australia at least, in Canada and in the EU. Reddit quickly picked up on this and pointed it out. Bethesda reacted by scrapping the discount and just setting it as the always intended price.
Yep, they did that. Absolutely, they did that.
Okay, it's been about 25 minutes of whining now, so I'm just going to leave it here. I didn't even get a chance to touch on the new pay-to-win fiasco. The new camera item that lets you teleport, dwindling player numbers. But on the flip side, they're also adding new content and improving the game over time.
Wastelanders.
Heck, No Man's Sky was a surprising comeback. So, maybe Bethesda can do it too.
Let me see here.
Just real. But
that's really it. Okay. So here's the thing. What you saw right there for a brief moment, which was the armor. If I can see it, let me see.
It's been about 25 minutes of whining now, so I'm just going to leave it here. I didn't even get a chance to touch on the new pay-to-win fiasco.
Okay, right here. It says become unstoppable through the February 4th. Gain 15 maximum health for each member on your team wearing the unique Unstoppables outfit. Here's the thing. It wasn't only cosmetic. It actually did give you more health. But granted, I'll be honest with you. Yes, it did give you more health, but it just wasn't a whole lot. It really wasn't. I guess, but to me, it wasn't really a whole lot, especially if you're running like at a bit of an endurance build, if you want, which a lot of people weren't. But I guess, but here's the thing: is like this required you to wear the outfit, and you couldn't exactly wear like the armor or was armor pieces and all that stuff with this. So it was kind of a counter, counterintuitive. But yeah, they did have this stuff in the game, and the one thing you saw previously, which is the repair boxes. I'll be honest with you. Yes, you're able to get them from the shop, but those were technically the tier 1 version, which it just refills your armor at what is it? It just repairs your armor fully, which is something, which is it's not nothing. However, there are the premium, I forgot what they're called, but like there are the premium repair boxes, and those ones are mainly obtainable from like boss events and things like that, like their Scorch Queen or the or what's the other guy, the monster, what's it called, the Monstrous, or what was it they called, the Monsters Wendigo or whatever one, the really big one. You can mainly get those like the tier 2, I guess you could say, or the more upgraded version of the repair boxes from those ones, and those ones give you more repair repair durability and stuff. But yeah, it's just crazy that after all this time, Skyrim 2, after all this time, right? What is it? After all this time, this was like I think this was the year 1 of 76, and I won't lie to you, it was extremely rough, especially for someone like me who did play the game around that time. It was extremely rough, and at the end, when they here's the thing, the one thing that really hurt the game was all of that, but also the lag of NPCs. That's what really hurt the game. What was the lack of NPCs. This game really needed NPCs to make the world more alive, and they didn't do that. They didn't do that at all, and because of that, it's what drastically hurt the game. But including all the bugs, exploits, and all the other stuff, it's what hurt the game. People really wanted there to be NPCs in the game, but they just weren't any. They depended on the players to be the NPCs, but here's the thing: players are dickheads, and it went exactly as you think it went. But for this, but you know what? At the end, for the later content updates that they had, it really helped the game what it needed to be, even though it should have been that from the start, but it wasn't. But overall, the game has gone drastically better. I do recommend people to try out and play, but yeah, man, this game was a total travesty for this shit, man. This severely damaged Bethesda, and people were so hesitant of Starfield for absolutely good reason. Good reason. So, anyway, well, that's the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. This is what is it? This is Wang Chung 928. By the time when this video airs, maybe I'll be live by then by 7:30 p.m. And I hope you guys enjoyed. This was very interesting, at least giving me, and of course giving you some insight in some of the events that were happening, and my point of view, especially as someone who is an ex 76 player, especially a year one player specifically. But yeah. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys for in another video. Ba-ding. All right. Have a good day.